2012, Alaskan law enforcement came face to face with perhaps one of this country's most prolific serial killers. His name is Israel Keys. Over the next 7 months, he played a cat and mouse game with investigators, divulging clues about other victims. So Peter Van Sant got a first look at the evidence and a look at the FBI's case.
Just please help find my daughter.
In February of 2012, 18-year-old Samantha Koenig vanished after her night shift at this roadside espresso stand. Residents of Anchorage, Alaska were shaken.
It basically looked like someone just literally walked out of their shift.
But Samantha had not walked out voluntarily. The next day, investigators watched what happened unfold on security camera video. A masked assailant had approached the window.
When you raise your hands like that, it's usually because somebody's doing
Something, exactly.
FBI Special Agent Jolene Godin was part of the team trying to find Samantha.
At this point, you see an individual jump in through the window.
Right through the window?
Right through the window.
Have you ever seen something like that before?
And then you see two individuals walk away. It looks like an abduction.
After tracking unusual activity on Samantha's ATM card, police arrested 34-year-old Israel Keys 4,000 miles away in Texas.
Who the heck is Israel Keys?
Israel Keys was not even on our radar.
What they didn't realize at the time is that they had just arrested one of the most monstrous serial killers in American history.
Once I started, and there was nothing else like it.
Keys confessed to killing Samantha Koenig and over the course of several months pointed investigators to 3 other victims, Bill and Lorraine Currier in Vermont and Deborah Feldman in New York.
Why did you pick these things? I didn't. It's just random.
But investigators believe that there are at least 7 more victims based on these drawings found in Israel Keys' cell, drawn in his own blood.
Has the public ever been shown this before?
No.
The significance of 11 skulls.
We believe that 11 is the total number of victims.
And investigators, like FBI Special Agent Catherine Nelson, are determined to identify them.
Do you have an optimistic streak that says we can find answers to the other 7 cases?
I do. I absolutely do. And it won't be easy by any means. And it may take a long time, but I'll never give up trying.
So Peter Van Sant is joining us now. Peter, aside from those creepy pictures, why do investigators believe that there are other victims and that they could be all over the country?
Well, Israel Keys loved to travel. He would fly to some part of the United States, rent a car, and sometimes drive several thousand miles along the way. So he was in a whole bunch of states. I mean, this is just a partial list. Alaska, Vermont, Washington, Oregon, New York, New Jersey, California, Texas, Illinois, Tennessee, Indiana, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Minnesota, Nevada, and even parts of Canada. And he told authorities that when he had this compulsion to kill, that
We're
would
live.
come over him, he would
What?
select someone completely
Almost
at
ruined
random.
that.
So
How?
I was about to go country road.
Oh God! Copyright strikes! The copyright strikes! The copyright strikes! The copyright strikes! Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome to the late night, guys.
What up?
It's True Crime Tuesday, and so today's late night topic is Israel Keys. That's who I was sampling over the beats just a minute ago.
Are you deafened on Discord still?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Yeah, I'm not opening that up yet. I'm still introing.
Okay.
To avoid interruptions like this one.
Okay, I'm sorry. Shit.
I got a plan.
Okay, pardon me.
Israel Keys. I gotta run you through Israel Keys.
Mm-hmm.
He was a prolific serial killer, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was active all across the U.S. We don't know the full extent of what the fuck he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, just a quick rundown. Some notes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He was born in 1978. He was raised Mormon. He went to the Ark, which has some pretty wild, zealous overtones, racist and crazy overtones. With the attitude. With the attitude.
What are you talking about? I am sitting here just trying to focus.
They moved to Oregon in 1998. Him and his family, right? Again, hyper-religious. Joins the army at 20. Starts drinking. A lot. Becomes a violent drunk, basically. He's discharged from the army in 2001. It is his first murder. Right? Kills his first person. We don't know who the fuck his first kill was. He never actually said the name. He just said he killed somebody, his first person in 2001. And by 2006, he has a daughter and a girlfriend. Right? He didn't want to have a daughter. He urged her for an abortion, but once he had the daughter, suddenly his reputation meant something. Right? So in 2007, he moves to Alaska, has custody of the kid, and opens Keys Construction, and is known as a very reliable construction man. He's a private contractor, right? All right. He begins kind of worshiping Ted Bundy, right? Like Ted Bundy is his main kind of go-to, kind of like serial killer idol, right? And he starts traveling across the country, leaving murder kits. He'll pull into a place, he'll buy something, he'll bury it, right? This is where we get the confession of a couple that he killed that the authorities were unaware what even happened to them. They were missing persons when he confessed to murdering them, and it was Bill and Lorraine. He killed them. He left them in an abandoned house. The house was torn down and put in a landfill. Yeah, so crazy shit. The one that he's famous for is Samantha Koenig, right? That's what they were talking about in the news that I sampled at the top of the show, right? So he killed Samantha Koenig, left her in his shed in freezing Alaskan temperatures, went to Texas, robbed a bank, committed arson, right? Flew back from Texas, out of Houston, back home, but they pinged the fucking white vehicle or whatever, but he made it back home and sent a ransom letter with her dead body, but like opened her eyes to make it seem as if she was alive. This is a despicable human. A despicable human. And we have, I don't know if you see the runtime here, an ungodly amount of interrogation footage.
Yeah.
This guy ran the runs of fucking interrogation. I was talking about him a bit last night when we were roasting criminals. Like, he's Mr. Poopy Face. Like, he's just a fucking trench coat kid. Again, the human behind this monster is an incredibly nerdy one who was probably a miserable, loathsome person his whole life. You know what I mean? Just never happy, never cared about anyone around him. Anti-theist violently. You know? But yeah. We're gonna kind of start dipping into a little bit of this. Let's see if we got subtitles for it. We don't.
No, Kimberly, no. But I tried it once.
We'll turn this up. We'll say hello to the Discord guys. We have the Discord open as always. I'm down in the lounge right now. We got Garrett hanging out. Hey, good evening, Kevin. Hey, good evening, Garrett. Welcome.
Hey.
We're gonna watch this Israel Keys interrogation.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, Israel, we'll run through this same stuff.
Forward a little bit to the juicy bits. You know what, actually?
Alright. And I just want to confirm we didn't interrupt or do with your attorney when we picked you up here.
No.
No. And you're here voluntarily, right?
Yes.
You understand that we can't talk about anything to do with the case involving Samantha Koenig. If you do start talking about that stuff.
Okay, yeah, we're in kind of the first part. We'll just kind of go long form with this shit.
You're going to run through your Miranda rights here. I know we've been through them before, but...
Let me see if because this thing hit over 6 hours, that maybe that's why it doesn't have subtitles. No. Just none. Ava better audio quality.
And it's all, and honestly,
Kinda. Still hissy as all fuck.
It's not bad.
Some of the things that were said by the
prosecution. I think it was Russo. But yeah.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
From what he
In
said,
the chat.
I was
Hello,
not
hello.
happy with the. And actually, I had heard. I had heard a day or two before that.
I know they got this
that
set
was
up.
what was going on, and I had no idea. And then to hear it confirmed in court like that was kind of just, was frustrating. And honestly, I'm not gonna get all in a tizzy about it until we can at least talk about it and find out what is going on. It's not that I'm not willing to accept the people's explanations for what's going on. It's just that no one's giving me an explanation.
It's so strange, man. Anytime you see a serial killer talk, they're always so intelligent and intellectual.
Yeah, and this fucker's like almost grasping for control. Like he's trying desperately. Oh, were they, Kevin? I did not know that. That's wild.
I didn't see that.
In the chat, he says Larry Millette was arrested for murdering his wife, Mia.
Shit, man.
Yeah. From January 7th till today, they don't know where her body is yet. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's a crazy story.
Right, and that's my concern.
Are these questions that you have for the attorneys? Questions?
Is that his too bad for you? Seems like it's picking up on my Streamlabs pretty hard.
What is?
No, it's fine over here.
Okay, the hiss on the video.
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Unless I have.
So it's not something that they can even answer in this environment right now.
Not right here, right now.
I washed my hair, so I'm starting to get like little hairs in my eyes.
Confirmation on the previous statement that Ellis had told me. I mean, he gave me that statement in an interview that was,
See, he's got this controlling demeanor, like he's trying to conversationally control shit.
Response, or if he was just saying it to placate me, but he did say he was willing to do that, to have a meeting with me and whoever, whatever counsel was required so that we could discuss things openly, and it hasn't happened. Well,
and you think that, and you think we're on this side stalling that?
I don't know who's stalling. Somebody's stalling it. That's all I can say for sure. And it's not me.
Weird.
That was a forced laugh.
Yeah, he's trying to be creepy at times, yeah.
I haven't got that impression, no.
They're not. And so if they told you something, it is something that they believe can be done.
He's trying to keep that like chilled, laid back
demeanor.
Yeah.
Good guy versus bad guy vibe.
Well, right. I mean, I agree with you, and I believe you up to a point. I mean, it's not like I'm here expecting special treatment. I have no doubts about
special treatment.
My part isn't all.
Yeah, I bet nobody's gonna give.
From what I've seen and from what my dealings are.
I mean, he's probably thinking he's gonna get that for fucking answers, because again, dude's done a bunch of shit and he knows it.
I've heard from them.
In trouble for it.
Certain other people. So.
You know that they have gone through
Ballman,
what they're trying to work out, and what I think they have worked out.
Things starting to look tired.
Right. Well, I mean, and yeah. And
we were prepared to come in and talk to you about that today, and I just the lawyers are just, they're just not sure where we stand now because of yesterday.
Yeah. Did you use any of it earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been using
it. In high school, he would have been like a serial fapper.
Well, that's the difficulty.
Serial masturbator.
Yeah, he was a weird trench coat kid, you could tell. He's like hell into disturbing.
He was the
himself.
kid that was peeking through people's back windows at night.
Yeah. Kevin, if you would like to know who Israel Keys is, I'll just refer you to the beginning of the video where I explain and give you a timeline of what he's done. He's a serial killer. But we're on a stream, so you can just rewind back and come back.
Anybody to accept, my perspective.
Yeah, so, okay. But I mean, I don't think it's something that they can't work past. They've worked through some pretty miracle stuff right now, so I think this is something they can probably, they want some assurance that we're going to be able to go back down.
See, this is an example of a psychopathic narcissist. You know, people have been throwing that term around a lot when it comes to people like Brian Laundrie and shit, but like, this is a psychopathic narcissist. This is what that shit looks like. Like, killed himself too is another thing. A narcissist who committed suicide for narcissistic reasons. Like, there's
took his life?
What was that?
Took his own life?
Yes. Yes, he unalived himself. He, slit his own wrist and tied his sheets around his neck and his ankle.
Oh, that's right. That's what you were talking about the other day.
Yeah, this is him.
Holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
This guy is brutal.
Yes. And again, he was like, we found evidence that he was trying to biohack his body into like, you know, like he was going to get gastric bypass. A dude built like this was going to get gastric bypass so he would feel hunger less. So he could hunt. So he could hunt longer.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, that's fucking nuts.
That's like Marilyn Manson rumor level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like was legitimately thinking about it.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Marilyn Manson, did you guys see all that shit that came out about him raping some girl?
Oh yeah. He's in a lot of trouble for that shit. It's there's apparently stuff he's done on tape that they're gonna reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, man. I was hoping he was like straight up legit, you know.
Oh yeah. No.
It's not like being sleepy suddenly makes me
I bet all the rock stars up through the 90s have something on them, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, they got something. Their management likes it that way.
Cancel culture tries to cancel Metallica, that's it. Like,
yeah.
And obviously, I think you probably especially know that I'm not going to get another opportunity like that, at least not within my lifetime. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell them. You know, all I can say is that, I mean, nothing's changed.
Detectives have such skills, man. Listen to the stuff. This is a complete act.
And he kind of rolls over him with it. Because they're stuck between a rock and a hard place with him. I'll be right back.
Right.
I think so, but like I say, after yesterday, I had some frustration of my own. So that was kind of the catalyst. That,
So what you're saying is there's a couple things you can clear it up from them.
I do, yeah, and I mean, and honestly, like
it looks like Dylan
Klebold. All this other
Klebold.
stuff, this like little bargaining chips, whatever you want to call it. You know, that is all one thing. But
Hey, how you doing, Michelle?
Hello.
I'm doing pretty good. We're having a pretty energetic full moon kind of night. We're watching one of the spookiest humans ever get interrogated over the fucking many crimes he did, and he is not going to tell us a lot.
So that's, you know, and I'm
Again, a little thing here that's like what he's trying to hold back from the press, by the way. Keys killed a woman from his town, all around leg embraces. He was from that town. Probably Sparks. He probably did. Like, there's a bunch of unsolved stuff that probably you can tie back to this dude. I know they're trying their best to fucking run game and figure out what all he did. Still. Like, still active. Like, this is still a hot-ass case. They're trying to figure it out. But this is like... This is the scary shit. This is a dude who's killing people not even in his town. Like, he's a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Like, he's from outside of communities. And he's going specifically to places where it's like they don't lock the doors. You know? Like, are you kidding me right now? That's frightening as shit. Fuck Michael Myers. Like, Israel Keys is way more frightening. And he dug up a kill kit, so there's no, like, train of evidence, and then he might go rob a bank and burn a house down on his way home, just cooling down.
He's all over the place.
He was committing every type of crime.
Ugh.
like a fucking nightmare, like a fucking scary, one of the scariest humans
Like
to have ever existed.
He
in
knew
modern
how
time.
to run amok efficiently.
Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't admit it. No, he wouldn't. It's because, again, here's the thing that Israel was trying to keep from the press. He was also raping the male victims. Before and after he killed them. And he didn't want his daughter to find out.
Whatever your questions are,
Yeah.
they may not be able to answer them for...
But he was, you know...
Right, for other reasons.
We're watching this stream tonight, and I am resting against my husband. He is rubbing my stomach and talking to our little girl. Oh, that's so sweet, Michelle. Aw, feel honored we're a part of that moment. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry Israel Keys is part of that moment.
Yeah.
But you know.
Right. They can't do that. Nobody can. So
But you're just gonna start hearing him verbally get frustrated with being stuck in holes. Like they're gonna get in conversational loops where it's like, I don't want this certain shit out, and they're like, bitch, there's only so much we can keep private.
No, that's what I'm trying to do, but
these videos though, like, what did you think was gonna happen?
With this?
Yeah, because aren't these just typically released? Aren't they just available, some of them?
Oh yeah, normally. Well, he thought that maybe part of the deal for him confessing was that they'd be locked up.
Oh.
And that the press would, and they kind of promised that at first. Like in this one, they kind of make it out like we're going to do our best to suppress this in the press, but it leaks, it gets out. Like,
I can't discern one investigator from another, so I'm like losing a little bit of their dialogue.
I am too. It is kind of like hard to keep up with this particular part of the interrogation. Maybe we'll hop forward or find a better compilation. You know what I mean?
Trades this in May of 2012.
Yeah.
Yes, man, 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Yeah.
it's going to turn into even more of a viewing circus. Right, and nobody wants that, and I don't think they want that. So.
Let's see here. Here's where we're getting towards.
Have you watched those videos, Dr. Grande?
Oh yeah, I'm a big. I subscribe to Todd Grande. Oh yeah.
Very fascinating.
I love Dr. Todd.
Really like that guy.
Same infamous VHS hiss.
So, this letter is an effort to try to keep everybody in line, keep Vermont in line, get you, to some extent, what you want.
He's having trouble helping me with things for our little girl.
It doesn't give me anything I want. It doesn't
Aww.
give me anything that I'm not going to get anyway. You just
Oh,
said.
thank you.
Vermont
I
is
don't having trouble.
see me indicted for this.
In their jurisdiction.
Like finding cool things.
I mean,
It can be hard for a guy.
the whole deal
Find like the
originally
cool
was
pink
that I would be
princess
charged
shit.
federally with it, and now
It's
you're
once he's holding that baby girl that he's like, ooh, my princess, and suddenly you got this grown man in a tutu. Like, I've just from experience, it'll happen. It'll be after he's holding the baby. You won't be able to stop him from buying shit for that girl. It's like, it's bad. Like, I still think all the time about my nieces. Like, you're perfect for my princesses.
all the information that I'm giving you now is probably going to get out anyway, so whatever.
First, there's a way to kind of avoid that right now, and that's what we're working with you on, that's why we're negotiating with you. But in terms of letting them, have the case, that's not really our intention, but what it is, the reality of the situation is,
Do you think that's just regular black coffee, or did they actually go get this motherfucker Starbucks?
No, they went and got him Starbucks,
like
a very
Starbucks.
specific order. Like, they got him, like, his favorite coffee. Like, he likes sweet coffees. Yeah.
If I was a serial killer, I would eat up these opportunities.
Oh yeah, that's what. And that's.
I would have him bring me pizza. Shit.
Oh, he was having him bring him like croissants and fucking Starbucks. He's like, just hit up Starbucks for me in the morning and we'll talk until the Starbucks
I would
goes
have
off.
to smoke cigarettes inside the fucking investigation room.
Oh fuck yeah, I'd be burning them. Burning them. Man, we'll talk for cigarettes all day.
Yeah.
That's the reality of the situation. It's the situation of the time.
Candy bars too, goddamn right. You guys, we'll talk about the Coca-Cola guy probably next Tuesday evening. The guy who.
Dude, Wouldn't it be funny to troll? Like, I would want to troll detectives like this, because you know they're in there and they're going to put up with whatever you do. They're going to bring you whatever you request and stuff just to get that confession out of you so they can be the ones to take credit for the big break in the case. So I would start requesting, like, you know, can you guys get me like a little kiddie pool full of Pepto-Bismol and let me sit in the corner?
Well, they'll fuck with you, though. They'll fuck with you if you go out of the gate too crazy, so you have to have finesse.
Oh my god. I would ask for like gallons of milk just all over the table and shit. Buffalo wings. I would fart while they're talking and stuff.
Do you know what they do with you, though, immediately if you were to act like that first hour of the interrogation? They would ad-seg you. They would put you in fucking solitary. Oh, they put you in solitary until you were like, I just want to use a shitter. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna change your needs. The hard way. Like, that's the thing. That's kind of the thing that impresses me about Israel Keys, is he was kind of like ad-segged and, you know, looked like that in jail. And they kind of were like, the more they broke his needs, the more he was just kind of holding firm on like Starbucks and I'll talk. And it's like, the fuck did he just say? So, like, you know, again, it's like, well, imagine you've had the Joker in a straitjacket for a week and he's just finally like, caramel macchiato, and I'll give you 2 names.
Yeah, well, of course. Fuck yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, fuck! Get that. His phone was slapping the back of an intern's head. Get that bitch to fucking Starbucks now, dude.
Yeah, right.
He's over there. Could you imagine if they get this bitch's order wrong? And he's like, you get half a name, Bill. And then he walks out, puts himself back in his cell. He's like, the fuck is happening? This dude's crazy.
Oh, thank you, Christy.
Thank you, Christy.
She likes my hair.
It does. Hair always looks good. I like it when it's done.
I washed it.
I
I finally got around to washing it.
It's been a crazy week already.
Yeah.
Jealous. Jealous that you guys have hair.
Oh, talking to my baby mama today about how my son has my baby mama's hair, and she was like, it just sucks because, you know, you have the better hair. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, it's just so lame. I was like, yeah.
So lame.
She was still so bummed. She's so bummed our son has her hair. It's like, she's so mad. But yeah, he's finally getting that hair like coming in, man. He's filling in. It's taken 4 years, but it's there. Oh. Israel Keys, man, again, like, he's gonna read every fucking word of this paperwork while he's in here with these bitches. He's a straight cunt.
He's loving the attention, though. You know, like you can tell.
Well, he got his Starbeats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, free Starbucks is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Anytime you get, like if your fucking grandparents get you a Starbucks gift card for your birthday, or Christmas, holy shit.
You know, this is a good example of how narcissists throw themselves in front of shit like this, like Ted Bundy defending himself. And why, again, I urge anybody who's like slapping that label around to like kind of observe some of these actual diagnosed and like actually speculated narcissistic psychopaths. Ted Bundy, Israel Keys, like, they're outliers, even in their own weird outlying demographic of serial killers. You know what I mean? Like, that in itself is a schism demographic of humanity, and they're outliers within that, which makes them hella scary. They're the apex predators, you know? And he was trying to body hack himself to become more of an apex predator.
Yeah.
That is so, man, dude.
You know, and so again, like, I'll watch somebody who, you know, I'm watching us, you know, people say that, like, a dude who strangled his girlfriend in the heat of the moment is on the same scale as Ted Bundy or Israel Keys, and it's like, no, why do you think that? Where did that come from? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That shit comes out of nowhere all the time. Like, in the chat especially, like, nah, he ain't gonna kill himself, he's a narcissist. I'm like, all of our examples of narcissists have killed themselves or were executed. what are you talking about? Like, that's just statistically not likely. Like, I'm not going to gamble on that. If you had the odds in front of you, probably not.
There's no reason to get sort of frustrated about things. It's, you can work it all out.
Ooh, I like Garrett's space light.
Oh yeah.
I want a space light.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it goes great for like if you're having like, I'll have friends over and we'll have deep fucking talks in here.
Yeah.
Everybody's smoking weed. Or,
yeah.
Or meditating.
Now I just want a big old green screen.
To do it like Action Bronson.
Yeah.
Action Bronson watching Ancient Aliens. I showed her some of that and I'm like, this is what I think MURKradio should turn into. It's just Action Bronson.
Like, we'll be watching this on a green screen with the furniture.
On a couch.
Would that, you know what? That's such a good. That'll be the next step in your show, man. Is have like the whole screen be what you're displaying now, like this interview, and then have you guys over here on the side with the green screen. Hell yeah!
Or like
dude,
if
like
we
that.
ever wind up in another location, we can just take a picture of this setup and then use it as a green screen.
Superimpose it.
So it'll never look like you moved. Yeah.
I do want
Throw a
to
triple
show.
light in the
Like
back
a
to make sure it looks
cascade.
real.
I do want to show that's just straight up Alex Jones's set. Like, I'm
yeah, that
so
would be
jealous
cool.
of Ethan Klein right now. They made like a mock Alex Jones set, but it's all green screen. But they straight pan in on him and Hassan, and it's like, oh my god. That after decades, the identity of the Zodiac was uncovered. Yes, Michelle. We're reading about this. Yes, his name is Gary Post, and Mr. Post. If you enter Gary Francis Post into his cryptograms, they suddenly start saying things. But you'd have to know his birth, first, middle, and last name. If you didn't know that, you wouldn't be able to solve that cipher.
I want to look up the picture of Gary Francis Post.
Yeah, he actually fits a lot of the descriptions of the Zodiac. He's got the scar on his face. He's got kind of that clean-cut vibe. Like, you don't really vibe a serial killer from him. And the Zodiac was a weird one. Like, he killed couples with a gun.
Yeah.
What you don't want us to do is
Like, who commits
use conventional police
seemingly sexually motivated crimes with a
We
gun?
haven't gone to.
Nobody.
We haven't
Holy
gone to
shit.
local media.
Nobody.
Construction looking
Israel
guy?
Keys
Yes.
was here on
Gary
April
Francis
9th
Post.
of- April 10th of 2009.
He just doesn't look like a smart killer
He
though.
killed somebody.
No, hey, look, most of our serial killers in number, again, are not intelligent people. Gary Ridgway had like an IQ of 68.
That's what a typical police investigation.
And he was a prolific serial killer. That's the Green River Killer. What's his name? The Golden State Killer. He's not high IQ. The only high IQ killers we really have examples of are Israel Keys, Edmund Kemper. Berkowitz was low IQ.
The colonel of the state police there.
He was a schlub.
From other families in that
Like,
area.
it's actually really weird how many of these serial killers are like scoring around 68 to 90 on their IQs.
If we use conventional police methods.
Like,
We want to keep it
and that's
as quiet
fucking,
as you do because
Oh man.
you know,
we know
that's weird.
the most accurate.
It should really, again, speak to, like, you know, I think a lot of people who follow true crime kind of deify or mystify some of these characters, but we got to remember they're actually just normally dumb fucking humans. There are outlying examples, but again, we have to keep in mind that they are outliers, which means they are statistical anomalies. They account for 1% of the population of their demographic. So, like, Ted Bundy, Israel Keys. That is not how normal serial killers operate. That's what makes them so interesting to people like analysts and profilers. Is those are true narcissistic sociopaths.
Right.
More information because I don't know what's going to happen with that. Once
You
you
know.
have it, once they have it, these different jurisdictions, it's their information. Yeah.
But yeah, that's like when you kind of look back at like the hard psyche valves of like the majority of serial killers. I've read multiple articles where they're like, why is there a misconception that they're fucking evil masterminds? There's a dude who was like,
because they get away with so many.
well, yeah, and you know, again, like that's just the ability to run. That's just having legs. Like, people forget that. Like, that's just having legs and luck, which we all have. Most of us. Anyway, Ramirez. Ramirez wasn't just low IQ. He would masturbate in front of people when he was locked up. Like, he was that guy from Silence of the Lambs throwing his cum at people. Like, this isn't an evil monster mastermind. This is a fucking... This is a handicapped and weird individual. But he's human, and he's not bright. Like, keep in mind, a whole neighborhood whooped his ass into a jail.
Yeah.
You know, like...
That's one of my favorite, like, arrest stories.
Yeah. BTK was caught because he fucking sent a floppy disk. And thought a cop wouldn't lie to him. These aren't masterminds. Yeah, these aren't big spooky ooky monsters. These are stupid ass humans that crack a beer open at the end of the day like everyone else and forget what the fuck they're doing. You ever in the middle of something like, wait, what the fuck was I doing? These serial killers do the same shit. They do the same shit sometimes in the middle of killing someone. They're like, wait, what was I doing? Oh yeah, burying the torso. Where's the torso?
I always felt like I was in The Sims when that would happen, like canceling your action.
Yeah.
Sims and you just stand there. That's not a game of booty. Just playing The Sims.
There's a just, you know, again, people get lost in analysis and lose the human element and start deifying people, and I'm never gonna give a fucking trenchcoat kid like Israel Keys the respect of deification. Was he gross and evil and spooky? Hell yeah. But he's a fucking idiot. Like, he was, you know, one of those shallow interest fucking narcissists that, and also an outward fucking anti-theist, which I've said out before on the program, like, in my opinion, is a waste of fucking breath.
Yeah.
Michelle Rourke said my husband and I were reading about this. True. Yeah, apparently it is.
Yeah.
Is it 100%? Is it 100% positive it's him though?
No, I think they're like at a 90-something, but it's, I mean, you know, it's the closest we've gotten to the cracking of the cipher, basically. Do it.
Like, jeez, my eyes are killing me.
You sleepy?
A little bit. Like, my eyes are just falling asleep.
She's had a long day.
Now I don't know what's going to happen with all this.
You say you needed some Coke?
I'm not just talking about
a Coke. Coca-Cola.
Oh,
yeah,
we just like start making rails out on the table right there next to your cat.
Yeah, just recreationally legal marijuana on Studio Lux.
Yeah.
Baby. Studio Lux is a sober facility.
It's up in the air for us too. You know, we're just both
I was gonna say, man, you guys are fucking dedicated to this shit. Busting out rails.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if I had a nighttime radio gig, maybe. But
right, all night long.
Yeah, maybe. If my shitter brakes are just on Stairway to Heaven, maybe.
Yeah. Right.
We didn't know.
Oh.
And we have the ability now.
But this guy, you know, this is the dude, when everybody's like speculating, what if so-and-so is like Dexter? This is who you're talking about. This is what you mean? And there hasn't been another example yet. We haven't caught the next Israel Keys yet, but there's more out there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And by that I don't mean Brian Laundrie. Fucking Christ.
Well, you know, that's
I don't.
I'm just saying, from right now, from my perspective, this letter doesn't offer me anything. I know that.
See, he's picky about like even the things they bring as like peace offerings.
Yeah.
But frankly, they'll keep. And I still don't know. Like I say, what's going to happen with this information I gave you on day one. Well, let's talk.
I'm gonna hold my coffee.
Look how he's just holding that coffee while he's just like talking shit
and cutting deals.
You know?
Yeah. I had to cancel my Twitter account because of SJWs and feminists on my Twitter feed sending me messages asking why on my Twitch account on our streams I am so submissive to my husband. I can't. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, Michelle. I mean, that's your dynamic.
We're going deep.
Can't stand other women being mean and saying that I shouldn't listen to my husband. Yeah, your dynamic is your dynamic, Michelle. Don't let anybody else. That's your business. That's not their business. He loves to hear his voice, says Sparks. I would agree. I think he's actually deep down pretty thrilled. You know, he left a poem underneath his body when he died. He left his journal underneath his body. And he bled out all over it. So they had to run it through forensic analysis to be able to see what it fucking said. On the thumbnail, we have a little bit of that journal slapped into the photo, but yeah, it's got some really bad Slipknot-esque poetry. Like it's some Jonathan Davis, Queen of the Damned shit. Fuck everyone, vampires. It's bad. Like he's out there playing, you know, Vampire the Masquerade. And being real hollow with his interests. You know. So again, there's no like a deep actual occult demon inside of him. He's just a Slipknot fan that killed people. Unfortunate. I hate to demystify things sometimes, but I'm just not one of those speculative kind of channels. Right. I'm not one of those channels that's like, what if Brian Laundrie buried 8 people in Tucson?
Yeah.
Baby.
It's so dumb that there are a lot of people speculating that his parents are hiding them under their fucking garden in the backyard.
Oh yeah, my baby mama brought that one up today.
Slipping them shit through the dirt.
That
like,
he was in their backyard.
She was like, I haven't really followed much of that, but I did see the hand. And I was like, isn't that shit spooky? Molly Golightly threatened to dig that shit up. Herself,
the problem
dude.
is people have sensationalized Brian way more than he is.
Yeah. Michelle says, my mother raised me to respect men. Yeah, I mean, look, man, again, like, your dynamic and how you choose to handle your dynamic is your thing. There's plenty of Orthodox couples right now that probably have a way worse dynamic than you've got going on. And there's probably people out there that have a similar dynamic to what Gabby and Brian had, who are having a real bad time right now. So those feminists are wasting their breath. But you know what I say, Michelle? I say that means you're getting good attention because, you know, trolls are a blue check mark. You know, you just got to get those admins popping and bounce them right the fuck back out. Keep on going. Don't listen to that shit. I get red pillars and blue pillars. Boy, I get both sides of the trolls on this channel. It just depends on what flavor I'm fucking preaching at the time. And I've had them both, you know. My favorite was the person simping for the South. Like, I didn't say 8 times I'm fucking Southern. Like that ain't gonna fly, lady. You can't come in here and be like, the South's not inherently racist. Yeah, it is. It's raised there. But no, it's not everywhere. I'm like, yeah, I also toured all over the South my whole life. Fucking racist. More racist than the other parts of the country I toured my whole life. Piss off. Stay in your lane, Southern lady that's never left the South. Shit cracked me up.
We're walking away. Man!
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah. Crack me the fuck up. Go back to your Piggly Wiggly, lady. Go get an Easy Mart hot dog. And put that in your taco hole.
Those aren't bad, dude. Those are pretty good. I like them.
Yeah, those are good. That's good shit.
And you get a fucking Dr. Thunder to drink it with.
Oh yeah. Fucking Sparks. Don't they know Florida has no basements? Yeah, people don't. They want to desperately believe there's a bunker underneath that shed. We entertained that for a day until, again, Floridians en masse were like, impossible. I'm like, word. Word.
Cool, next.
Cool, next. The most recent one is the $20 Zoom lawsuit over Brian Chris Laundrie moving fine. Like, not even, you know, again, not even bringing that. That's why I didn't even commit a title to it. Again, I promise if something pops off, I'll fucking rush to making a title. But it's got to be confirmed. Can't just be another white dude found in the game cam like the first video.
He's sitting there wiggling that Starbucks cup like he's trying to tell them, hey, look, it's empty.
Yeah.
You know, like, all dry.
Yeah. My husband's Twitch, we just got to 800 members on our channel. We talk about our Wicked and Pagan faith. We react to metal music. I even read some of my poetry for our members on our channel. I love that, Michelle.
Nice.
You just got up to
Hell
800
yeah.
on Twitch. Hey, I'm just trying to hit 50. I'm 4 away. It's a hard grind on Twitch.
Yeah.
Hey, don't go anywhere. You just keep
Yeah,
keep on trucking forward. I've also had to kind of just it's not that I've had to silence social media, it's that my shit's too busy. Like I just can't do it anymore. It's just too flooded. So I've had to make like a Merk's direct messages text channel.
Considering
on
getting off
Discord.
of social media completely, man.
It's worth it. A break is always worth it, and it changes your relationship and dynamic to that, because I do genuinely believe it's addictive and designed to be so. Particularly Facebook.
You said that in the press conference.
I'm just saying originally this was
But, you know, but Michelle, keep trucking. That's my advice. Fuck it's a hate us because they ain't us fucking situation. Ignore that shit. And fuck them up. Fuck them up in the game. Throw some, like agreeing ideology out. Like, do a whole stream that's just like, you know, blue pilled all the fuck. Next day doing this red pilled all the fuck. Just leave them wondering, what the fuck do we bitch about? And it's like, yeah, nothing. How about that? How about you just leave the trolls to fight themselves in your chat and then delete it all? To keep your shit monetized, boo-boo, because you worry about your paper. You're sweating toiling for the love of labor. 800 followers, that's a fucking grind, dude. I couldn't even imagine it on Twitch. Because again, I'm having a hard time hitting 50. It's hard to hit 50.
Yeah.
It's a fucking grind. And I'd be out there grinding. It's thanks to my husband who convinced me to reach out to publicists to publish my first book of poetry. That's awesome, Michelle. A published poet in the house, yo.
Wow.
Hey, yeah, that's awesome. Hey, drop a link to your book and your channel and stuff in our Discord. Like, spam that shit. Throw it in my direct messages channel. I want to check you out. Again, I love talking poetry. I really do. Published poet in my youth. Made me be the kind of stand-up poet for my school in elementary school. It's weird. Go to Walton Arts and have to do read a poem. But it's little baby me, so I sound like Joe Exotic. I'm here to read a poem. Hello. I'm from Arkansas. And I'm here to read a poem that I wrote. You know, I have answered one time with like, "Oh, you're Southern?" I'm like, "Yeah, bitch, I'm Southern. I call my grandma Meemaw." Dude, I'm hella Southern. You know, I don't. What Yankees be calling it? That if they do is.
So how does that go if you like get in a fight with her? Hey, Meemaw!
Meemaw, goddammit! God damn it, Meemaw! I just say I can't and walk out now. People, my family, like, I can't. I'm gone. Walk out the door, move across the country. I can't anymore. I'm out. Deuces. Come to the going away party or don't. Don't bring drama. Bring your own. Shut the fuck up.
I still have no idea.
But yeah.
It's been freaking months.
What creative doesn't have that issue with their family, right?
Like I say, I still have no idea.
Oh yeah.
What creative doesn't?
What is going to happen, or how long each of these things are going to take. I have no idea. I haven't been able to get a straight answer on it from day one.
See, he's still grilling them about things he wants to know.
Because all I did, I tweeted out here, you set the deadlines.
Rich, my husband, I can't.
That coffee has to be cold now.
Yeah.
For your edification. We can avoid deadlines. We can sort of work on.
Oh, word, Michelle. Yeah, no, I'm really into the resurrection of the Norse pagan temples. While I hold a fairly strict belief system, I leave room for other energies, if that makes sense.
What I've been working on.
I'm wearing a Ganesh shirt right now. You know.
Alright, I'm gonna head out, guys. I am more tired than I expected.
Hey, you take it easy. I think Lex is feeling that same vibe. I'm energized as shit. You have a good one, man.
Alright, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.
You too. But yeah, there's, you know, Israel Keys considered himself a fucking Satanist. And so there's sensational articles written about him being a Satanist. But again, he's like a hot topic Satanist. He's not like out there practicing and shit. I mean, he is in the way of like doing despicable shit, but like that's not, as we all know, that's not actual Satanism. All the Satanists I've met are very nice people that do not kill people. Very nice people. You know? They just want a statue put up and shit normally. Like the Satanists I met right between Ireland and Norway as a girl, where I met my husband when I visited my grandparents. When I was 20, my family first came to America when I was 13. I met Devin when I went to visit my grandparents in Norway. He came back to America with me. Word, Michelle. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so y'all probably got some of that. You guys got that Viking blood, boy. Yeah, that's the faith of your ancestors, man. And yeah, hold true to that energy, man. Again, especially if it calls to you from an ancestral level. I think it's really important to indulge that part of the mind. You'd be surprised what things it kind of unlocks in your dreams and shit. But that's, you know, maybe we're approaching Wednesday woo-woo too quick, you know what I mean? That Wednesday weirdness. Guys, Wednesday's paranormal now. We're gonna get fucking spoopy with it tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna get paranormal with it. We're gonna investigate ghosts. We're gonna talk about hauntings. We're gonna talk about poltergeists.
Are they in Connecticut or?
We're gonna.
Are they the regular
the
kind?
thing? It's a reference to the thing. I haven't seen that, but it's yeah, it's in the place where the stuff happened for the people. Oh man. Yeah, he's a. Oh, Squirtle's stepdad. There was a kid at my who was known for egging a dead dog and used to call himself a Satanist and referred to the act as proof. Exactly, Squirtle's like that's not. You're not a Satanist. You're just a weirdo. Like you're just an incredibly mentally ill individual. Like you're mentally disturbed is the term I'm looking for. Like mentally disturbed is not like I try to avoid using it because again it's a mystified sounding phrase, right? But what I mean by that is they might make poopies in their pants and have low impulse control.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's trying to be edgy all the time. Exactly. Exactly. Trying to be edgy all the time. That's Israel Keys. Like he was just he's just an edgelord to like the narcissist sociopathic degree. You know? But I feel like the chat has summoned him. They keep bringing up narcissists and sociopaths and then psychopaths, and I'm like, well, here's a real one. You want to know why I feel like so-and-so isn't? Because I've obsessively watched footage of the fucking real deal.
There's a manifestation that occurred.
Using a spirit box in a graveyard, trying to talk to spirits. Oh, Michelle was? Yeah, no, I'm not going to be doing any of that. I'm going to be just fielding calls for 4 hours about ghosts. I want to hear people's ghost stories. I want people to convince me. I'm kidding. I want to share my own ghost stories because, again, I've got quite a few, actually. I just haven't ever really opened up about them on the show. On purpose. And yeah, you know, if anybody from, like, the Murk Mystics wants to come in and, like, hook it up with a reading or something like that, will be more than fucking appreciative. Like, very excited for that.
That'd be cool.
And I'm excited people were down for paranormal Wednesday instead of like entertainment news Wednesday.
jurisdiction.
I
That can prosecute.
decided to explore that shit.
That's the issue.
I'm talking
I think it'll
about
be
something that
Yeah,
says,
especially with just a broad paranormal kind of Wednesday.
like I say,
Like a Wednesday woo-woo,
Yeah.
you know? I'm still tooling around with how we name it, how we label everything, and how I'm going to lay out playlists. Don't know how to do that shit. Don't know how I should do
Well,
that
we'll
shit.
get it finalized.
Yeah.
At some point, it'll just click.
Yeah. Yeah.
what I want.
Hope so. I feel like it's too messy right now.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah.
If it goes to
You
the
only
death
changed up
penalty
the schedule yesterday.
it sounds like all that stuff is gonna come out, and I don't know. It's just.
I mean, that's why.
And in the meantime, I'm also concerned about you releasing that information.
I've talked about what happened to me as a little girl in Ireland when I was 5 years old. To this day, no one able to answer it. What happened to me? See, that's so Halloween. It's so Halloween. What are your thoughts on Richard Ramirez? He used to make people say that he loved Satan before he murdered him. Yeah, I also don't think he was a real Satanist. I think he was a 60 IQ fucking edgy trench coat kid who was on the edge of society to the point he wanted to punish society, and in the end karmically got punished by society. Had a fucking whole town whoop his ass into fucking jail. But
Just
yeah.
the pictures of him in the car
Oh.
after the fact.
Oh, delicious.
Hilarious.
Delicious.
He's got scratches all over his face. He's like,
Oh.
his nose is bleeding.
It's so good.
And like, at some point, he like just begs the cops, just get me in the car.
Yeah.
Like, just arrest me. It's me. Can you just
Can you
take me
just
away?
please arrest me? I don't want to be out here anymore. These motherfuckers gonna tear me apart. It's me. And they're like, who the fuck's me, goat man? You smell like rotten goat meat. Israel, they said that he didn't even give the vibe of potentially being a person who did it, but like, you know, again, they had everything. And like, you can kind of see rage on his face. Like, he's got like I was bullied rage at vibes. You know what I mean? That's how it vibes to me.
You're also controlling the extent of information that comes out.
The banshee as a little girl, she showed herself to me. She was floating above my room as a little girl. Oh shit, Michelle. Word.
Have the death penalty imposed upon you. The more information the jury has, the more likely that would be. But, you know, I guess my plan C is, well, you know, then at least we can kind of do quantity over, hey, you know, details of what happened. I think that, you know, would be
Yeah, but the
help.
time to do that is at sentencing, not now.
No, well, I mean, we have to get started on it to at least corroborate it and get those assurances from those jurisdictions, right?
Yeah, he was, Sparks. That's what we're talking. That's what I mean by beaten into jail by a whole ass town.
For all I know, you can charge me, and then at the time of the sentence,
You guys are listening to me, right?
say, look, there's this additional information. I just don't see where I have any incentive to give you any more information right now, because all this stuff is going to happen to me anyway. I mean, whether I'm charged federally or in Vermont, I don't even understand how they can charge me in Vermont, because Feltus told me this was a federal crime. So that was the whole idea of me giving you like the guns and the silencers and all that crap, because I thought it was all going to be federal, and now you're saying they
Oh
want to
shit.
charge me locally, and I don't even, whatever, you know, you're the lawyer, so.
Oh, now the charges are beneath him.
Yeah.
Because they're not federal.
Exactly.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh, poor dude. Good lord. He's like,
The
fucking
fuck?
Vermont.
Vermont? I don't know how you can charge me in Vermont, bitch.
Michelle, you should stop by the streams tomorrow and see if we can get some Merc Mystics to answer why it happened, maybe.
So don't worry, guys.
See if we can't summon a banshee.
Yeah.
You know, this way, at least if there's an agreement.
Come on by tomorrow, we'll get into it. He thinks he's the genius. He does, Sparks. He thinks he's fucking brilliant for what he did. Thinks he's brilliant.
He thinks he's nailing them on a lie.
He does. He does.
Y'all told me this would be federal. That's why I gave you my silencers. No, you gave up your silencers because you're a murderer.
Jurisdictions are walking away, leaving something at the table. I mean, we have to get those assurances. And that's something that's going to take time. And that will prevent you from
What a piece of work.
the detriment of being dragged around, which is something you told us.
What a piece of work.
I'm just trying to keep it together.
Right, and
I think this is the
that's
best
another
way.
concern I have is, you know, I give you this information. Things
He doesn't think
don't
he's
work
a
out
legal
the way
genius.
I think it
I mean, so did Ted Bundy. Again, this is a guy who idolized Ted Bundy.
If Plan A doesn't work, then all
Which
the
is
other jurisdictions
fucked.
are going to go to Plan E.
Fucked in the head.
They'll charge me separately.
Hell yeah, Michelle, hell yeah.
Plan A, though, before we even get to it, would require them to write a letter saying...
Right, Jameson?
Hi,
His
Jameson.
behavior like this is unacceptable by attorneys, regardless of the actions of a suspect. Yeah, word.
That's a starting point. It's a 3-page letter, not even. Like I said, that needs to kind of go into a more comprehensive agreement. But, you know, don't get frustrated with the terms. Everything is... You have some other concerns you identified today? We change the letter. You know, we work on it. But we don't just get frustrated and kind of walk away because that's, you know, that puts people in a corner. We don't want to put you in a corner. We don't want to be in a corner. We both know that the best way to proceed on this is the way we have been proceeding. And doing it as quietly as possible. And I think, you know,
well, that's my whole issue right now. It hasn't been very quiet. I mean, there was already like freaking pages online about.
Dude, such a fucking
I don't know.
piece of work. I'm gonna grab some drink real quick.
You know, I don't know, whatever, speculation, facts.
well, you know, I think it does. I think you said that last time you did. Like, yeah, it's more reporting something. It's not reality. And, you know, I just try to negotiate a resolution of what's going to control Vermont because, you know, learn from it. It's going to help us avoid that problem in other jurisdictions. We can control certainly what's introduced. Like I said, if there is a way where you're cooperating with us and we can represent the court is cooperating, there may be a way to keep that cooperation under seal in court.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm concerned about, but say, the courier case is not the only one I'm concerned about right now.
Let's deal with those concerns on the other cases. I mean, that's why the whole aim of the plan is to get their buy-out before we do it.
And again, hella concerned with like his daughter, like the press finding out. Because he doesn't want his daughter's life ruined by it. But it's like, bitch, you weren't thinking about that when you were fucking killing people?
Mm-hmm.
Exhibit B on being a fucking moron.
I feel like, don't get me wrong, but not good. Not a single thing good. But we're the idea that he's giving you is that the fact that he was doing that with men is like the worst of it.
Yeah.
To him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're probably... Well, he was raised Mormon and went to the Ark. So for him, that is the most deviant of things he did.
I thought we had an understanding.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, from the very beginning, hasn't worked out in my favor. Granted, you know, some things haven't worked out in your favor, but I just think at this point, I just don't see what incentive I have to tell you anything else. I've got, I mean, day-to-day, I got day-to-day issues, and, you know, we come over here and we sit in this room, and I still don't know what's going on.
Good mess.
Bless you.
Thank you. I'm surprised the cat's not pissed off at me.
He's full.
In terms of the other case,
She's someone
that's
there.
on you and your lawyer.
Still eating.
To do whatever you see fit.
Oh, lordy. It's been eating for an hour.
That's what I can control, and that's what I can help control, at least.
Well, I think she was on the couch earlier.
You're nursing that scoop.
If it works. You know, look, I can tell them, and I have told them, look, I think he's going to cooperate and continue to
Oh.
some of this stuff might change for some of it, some discretion.
You know, we probably have one of these fuckers living in our town.
Neato.
It's Halloween. Spoopy.
Exactly the point.
Real spoopy.
Creepy.
Fun fact, I take dark alleys all the time.
They're not sympathetic at all.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's why they're saying, well,
Yeah.
got a case on them, I guess. We can go ahead and charge them.
What's life without the occasional thrilling stroll down crime
What I'm trying
alley?
to tell them is, look, that's maybe not the best
The
thing
characters.
to everybody's goals.
The people make
Like,
it bad. The open defecation's the worst part. Just people taking a shit.
They're just there's like some people too that are just actively creepers. Like they say shit to you.
Yeah, they're
We haven't
like,
gotten that
yeah.
too much, but the people we have are fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, they're like, yeah, I'll fucking kill you. I can't wait to
Yeah.
kill you.
Like,
You're
ew.
My favorite are the people that are just like they're quoting scripture, just like they're walking past you and they're like, baby, 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 oh, baby, 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 oh, thought that you would always be mine. That dude sing Justin Bieber at me. Like, yeah, he did. Yeah, he totally did. That fucking happened. Oh, he's such a creepy dude. Hey, anybody in the chat that wants to hop in the Discord and come hang out in the Discord, you can pop in here, baby. Come chit chat with us. I see some of you late nighters that are like dedicated late nighters. You can pop in here. You can whisper into mic. You can use your phone. Don't be shy.
This is kind of one of our more chill episodes because we're just watching the interrogation.
Yeah, we're just kind of reacting to an interrogation live. So it's an open chat, baby. Oh.
I'm just trying to think about Vermont, how to find time over there. I don't.
True Crime Tuesday. You know, this morning we talked about the Ahmaud Arbery trial. I hadn't seen that footage before. Of those dudes straight pulling up like some Klan members and killing them like military assassination style. Like there was a dude holding point, and then there was a dude like up on the truck and shit. Like that was on purpose, premeditated, and they brought a camera to prove it was premeditated.
Craziness.
And then a lady resigned because it was proven that she was favoring one of the dudes that was involved in the investigation.
Oh, of course.
But they should all be tried. They should all be given fucking murder. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
What information would you have released about the? I mean, you control everything beyond the couriers because you only tell us whatever you want to do.
Wild Sparks. I can't believe you have that many Twitch followers. I'm hella jelly. I'm still like 800 fucking Twitch followers.
Oh, Michelle?
Michelle, what'd I say, Sparks?
Sparks.
I meant Michelle. I'm sorry. Just took a pretty big hit.
I was thinking about running over there in a second.
Tweaker stopped me once at 3 a.m. on some train tracks over a bridge in my city and said I had drugs in my backpack and all I had was spray paint. He insisted on checking in. When he didn't find drugs, he had me write his name on the wall. I wrote the word crackhead and he was so strung out he said, "Thank you, it looks badass." Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I love a fucking crackhead.
That would be the goal. That's the goal of this letter. Is let's keep it here.
We saw a whole bunch of crackheads congregate behind our building the other day. Just gathered the fuck up.
I just don't understand.
Just smoking crack.
I was coming back from the market and apparently followed them out of the market all the way down that alley to that specific area in front of our window.
Cut 2, they got Tucson's own Felicia out here screaming for her baby with a goddamn piece of pizza in her hand.
Yep.
And you know who she's screaming for is one of these crackheads that's behind our building, and she's a solid 2 blocks away. We got back to our place, we could hear her screaming for him.
Yep. We made it to that side of the block where she had made it to, so we could hear her over the buildings.
Yeah.
It gets weird sometimes.
She seems like a sweet lady.
I think there's a way to just.
What's his name was just doing squats. Her name. What's their name was
The
just
guy,
doing
yeah.
squats.
Yeah.
outside of the market, just hitting squats in a bikini. Full moon energy, man. Again, I'm fucking hyped up tonight. Took that nap, talked to my son. Lux has behind the scene things that cause a lot of big energy. It sounded more sexual than it's not sexual, but it's the soundtrack that probably made it sound that way. I didn't mean that way.
No, I understand that is something I still have in my control. I mean, apparently it's already out of my control.
We shall see
in
the future.
So we can, at least have that just rolled in here.
It's you.
Right. No, I'm trying to do that, but I would rather...
It's the Gaines queen. I'm merely Gaines' boy.
This just seems...
What's the Gaines queen, man?
really preemptive.
She don't know how to stop grinding. You don't. You can't stop grinding. Can't stop, won't stop. Oh. I do want to remind anybody that's still hanging in here with us. I'm on Lux Plays on her channel. And we're at what, episode 7?
Yes, we are. Episode 7 was released tonight of Little Nightmares.
Of Little Nightmares.
We are playing Little Nightmares, and it's the first time I've ever played it. The first time he's ever seen it. It's a pretty fun time. This week's footage was pretty funny. I think
it was a good time.
It was pretty good.
This week was fucking. Oh, I can't wait to see just another week of the game.
We're like chugging right along in the game. Like, I think we're at chapter 3. So we're like,
it's spoopy as fuck.
We're getting there. We're probably
big blobby chefs.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil too much. You guys should check it out.
Yep.
It's worth it. Oh, hey, thank you for the follow.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you for the follow, Squirtles. I'm getting close to 50. I'm getting.
You gotta get there.
Budging close to 50 on Twitch.
Trying to get affiliate.
I'm trying to get affiliate on Twitch. We're gonna get there. We have a really good standing with YouTube. We're monetized now. But man, is it hard to pop off on that platform.
It really is.
I appreciate everybody that's hosted me on Twitch and kind of networked and shared the word of the show, because there's no algorithm draw. My hashtags don't mean shit on Twitch. And it's just harder to get exposed doing talk radio. Just having chit chats. Just having chit chats. Just a little chit chat. Sorry. Again, big energy tonight. It's a full moon, so I'm that allergy pill in me. I can't stop fucking with the pin like I'm Mel Gibson on the Joe Rogan Experience. There's a super cut of like a minute and a half of Mel Gibson clicking a pin on the Joe Rogan Experience. Talking about stem cells. Stem cells keeping his 100-year-old dad alive. Flying that fucker down to like Peru and shit, getting them fresh stem cells. Fucker's bouncing right back.
Stem cells.
I'm convinced it's the key to immortality. There's something to that stem cell shit. I understand the moral implications. But if somebody has it in front of me and is like, you want a hit of this? You better believe my sickly ass is taking a hit of them stem cells, boy. Fuck yeah. I've taken hits of shit that's bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Ads advertised bad for you.
What's the worst that stem cells could do?
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure I've hit wasp killer. Like,
make you feel like you had water that day? Like,
yeah, yeah, exactly. Maybe it'll fucking make me grow some new kidneys, or I don't know. Figure out what's up with my 2 uteruses. That's a callback. That's for Murkies who've been here for a while.
Yeah.
Oh.
Staring at these papers.
He is. He's trying to. The way he
That's because he's got
obfuscates.
like little granules left in his coffee.
It's one of the most frustrating interviews you'll ever see, because you know he's got secrets. And you know he's holding on to him because he's mystified himself in his own head. He's deified himself. That's a narcissist. You know what I mean?
Well, because he is fully aware that he is the only person who can give them this information.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's going to use that however he can.
He's going to try to hold power. and make himself something else. You know what I mean?
We're trying to avoid that. Everybody in this room, I can tell you, is trying to avoid it being a circus. We're just trying to get.
He doesn't want a media circus, but it's like, dude, you know what you did. You know there's no way out of that. Which is weird. It implies that he genuinely thought he was going to get away with it. Which just, it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what feeds toward the narcissism, right? The speculation of narcissism is he did genuinely think he was going to get away with it and he was a mastermind. You know
we were watching that recap earlier.
Oh, yeah.
And I forgot about the girl, like what he did.
What he did to Samantha.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's horrifying.
It's fucking brutal.
See that photo where it's like, yeah, no, she's not.
It's fucking brutal.
There's nothing there.
It was disgusting. Disgusting.
Horrible.
It's bad.
Like, he went through the effort of doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I need to borrow your laptop to try to make a keyboard setup for the show. No. Start doing musical shit. Yeah. I've kind of a vision where instead of, you know, because they're like mixing news and free use beats right now, but I want to start live on the show recording the soundtrack to the show with input and stuff. And when people say that's a banger, dude, I'll be like, well, this is now the new intro until somebody says something else is a banger. You know?
I like that.
And I'll specifically copyright it to this channel so that YouTube will give me no flack. No flack. At the fuck all. It's weird having like bosses in the way of an algorithm. Having robot bosses. So fucking weird.
It's kind of like that episode of Doctor Who that we saw recently. Though they weren't really bosses, they were just trying to make people happy.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, you had to smile.
You have to smile. They speak emoji and you have to smile. I love that art. I love that. I love Peter Capaldi, Doctor Who, so much. So much. Hey, Israel Keys, as a contractor, was apparently really good. I've seen photos of some of the work he did, and he was a solid contractor.
I bet.
Like, he really was. Dude was methodical and had follow through, and you could tell in everything he did, including crime. Because again, this dude didn't just kill people. He would fucking kill someone, rob a bank, burn a house down, fly home to a body he has frozen in the shed to extort that shit for money.
Yeah.
And then dismember a body, dispose of it. So it's like, dude, there's like the train of crimes. Like genuine, like beyond writing a thrill. Like dudes chasing dragons that nobody's ever found before.
That's just like a regular 24 hours.
Well, he would stretch that out, kind of.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like,
yeah, like that's
as
just,
a joke.
Yeah.
We're talking about, like, a day.
That's a regular, that's a regular
That's an
fucking...
average joke on a day for him.
That's a day in a red eye. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking... I couldn't, like, okay, you know, we have criminals that commit one or two of these. You might have a burglar that's also a rapist. You might have a rapist that's a serial killer. A serial killer, arsonist, bank robber?
Yeah. No, that's a lot.
Do you moonlight for Lex Luthor?
That's too many Venn diagrams.
What are you going for? Is there a gold medal you think you're gonna get in hell?
Like,
you know, like, because brother, I'm telling you, if you do one of those things that he did, you already got your backstage pass to hell. But I guess maybe arson wasn't enough. Again, it's a shame he's gone, so we can't kind of pick apart, like, well, where did it start? Because he kind of makes it out like 2001 is where he started killing. But, like, when did the bank robberies and arson start?
Like, how far back are we going?
Because he was also really slick with how he exchanged the stolen money. Like, he was slick with it. And part of the reason they found him was they found fucking dye-stained bills he separated from his stash of bills from the bank robbery. Yeah, he's fucking slick with it. That's how they attached him to the bank robbery. And they were like, how much crime did you do in Texas? And he was like, oh, like all of it. They're like, what do you mean all of it? He's like, well, I commit every crime you can possibly commit everywhere I go. What? Because what they were chasing him on, which is again another thing, just to kind of tie this to like the reason for the season lately, is that they thought Samantha was alive initially, and it was an unauthorized use of an electronic device. They had on security camera his white rental, like white Bronco rental or whatever.
The Focus.
The Focus, it was a Ford Focus, driving away from like an ATM. And it's like, that's not even murder you were wanted for at the time, and they get you, and it's like they find evidence of arson, serial killings, and bank robbery. Confirmation of bank robbery.
That's,
what do you do?
Oh gosh, I forget what they called her. It was there's an infamous bank robber that actually turned out to be a woman.
We want to write this letter by saying,
I don't think he was called Buffalo Bill, but it was like kind of something like that.
Yeah.
Where there was like a serious bank robber that like walks into a bank and just says, "Give me the cash," and like there's like some kind of transaction there, and makes off and pulls away with the money, and it's like really chill.
Yeah.
And you know, nobody could figure out where this guy was coming from, and then finally somebody tracked the car and thought that she was the girlfriend of the bank robber.
It was her, that's right.
Yeah.
He would dress up like a man and rob banks.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
so they didn't even realize it was her, even
That's
when they
right.
found the wigs and shit.
Yeah.
They didn't think it was her until one of the investigators looked at her face and realized she still had fucking mustache glue on her face.
Yeah.
From a bank robbery.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, it was just you.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. It was just me.
deadline on him too.
Fuck.
But I also don't think she was stealing like an insane amount of money. She was taking like enough to keep herself sustained, but also to take care of her mom.
Yeah.
Because like her mom was really sick.
Okay.
But it was like nobody could ever track down who this bank robber was, and then when they finally catch him, it turns out to be a woman. Yeah, it's a great story. I wish I remembered like the finer details of it. It's been a while since I've actually listened to it. I listened to it on a podcast once.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
That's a criminal mastermind, man. You got some women behind some cults too that Ari Anthony I've talked about. That's like, man, I can't wait to expound upon some of that. Like, I think there's kind of, I think some of the most evil of like actual criminal masterminds we found. Also, the guy, the crew that put the bomb around that guy's neck.
Mhm.
They found out a lot of that was fucking masterminded by that fucking lady.
I remember that.
And it's like, yeah, your side of the species is a little more buck than mine. I'm just saying, like, if we're talking about actual, like, crazy fucking smart, like, you know, it's y'all. We're retarded. Like, we are knuckle dragging, slow, impaired. We're a weird side of the species. Oh. Go for a Blow by The Breed is what's playing right now, and I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too outro-y. I say no. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think Israel Keys would have ever been caught if he wouldn't. He could have fucking paced himself and still would have been active. That's scary as shit.
Yep.
It's scary as shit.
Happy to redraft the letter. I'm happy to kind of follow
It kind of gets to like Mumbletown, you know what I mean? He kind of starts mumbling after a certain point when he realizes like there's no way out. And here toward the end of these interviews, you really start seeing like the I'm going to kill myself. I'm pretty sure it's pretty quickly after one of these interviews he unalives himself.
He what?
Unalives.
Yeah. Okay.
Does anybody question you about that Timberlake bank robbery?
No, I'm not.
Arson in Texas. Burglary in Texas. Always talking about that, right? Bank robbery in Texas.
And burglary, that's right.
Maybe so, but look.
No,
Look, Courier thing was the only thing.
Yes, all right, yes. Okay, great. So all this stuff hasn't come out, but no, I just.
He's timid and embarrassed about what he's done.
I just have some concern with the. First of all, like you say, right?
Yeah.
I just have some concerns and. No, speak up.
He doesn't want the fucking raping the males to come out.
Disagree with you on that. Like I said, I think we can.
Why would you admit to it?
Vermont, we exposed what he shouldn't have, and yeah, we gotta eat that. Sorry about it. It wasn't, that was not planned.
Well, like I said, what's done.
Yeah. So, but with the exception of that, I think you remarked before that you've been impressed about the level of discretion that you displayed.
Yeah, no, that's.
I bet they were still irked to all hell when they found him the next day.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the stuff we have to obviously more control over, but
Kind of like that
we're just trying to control now.
that TikTok song people used to do where they're like, "Oh, don't do it," and then they do it. And it's like, "Oh my god."
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh shit.
I just again like him saying that like the burglaries, the arson, the bank robberies were small potatoes, and them kind of clarifying like, look, that didn't get out of the press. What about that? And he's like, well, whatever.
Small potatoes.
Yeah.
Like Yukon Golds.
Yeah. The Yukon Gold.
Well, I mean, even if, hypothetically, even if we had.
Where are you trying to get to, Sparks?
That reporter still would have released their information.
Yeah, but look at what it says here. Will not identify Mr. Keys, the perpetrator of the crime he's committed will not, or charge him separately in our jurisdiction without.
Are you talking about the
authorization.
Discord?
Right, that's the part that, I'm trying to get that back. And in order to get that back, I've got to buy it
I
with
heard your game.
Oh, is it making noise?
I heard the AI speaking.
Oh shit! It is
Like, what?
popping off over there.
someone questions us down the road, we have some reason to say, here's why we do it. And so that's just, there's a whole like law enforcement side, and then there's a whole political side to this too. But
Discord.
Ah, yeah. You just pop down to the lounge and click in there, and might have to unmute yourself or press to talk. So. Ooh. Just silence from this fucking dude. He makes people sit there.
I want that
Good to
opportunity.
go, so.
So are there any dates that, Rich, that
They don't need to be there.
Ooh, sleepy time tea with whipped cream. Wouldn't the sugar though kind of kill the sleepy time?
When I'm gonna be there, they don't gonna be there.
I'll ask them about
Either way, hell yeah. Drop shit.
So that's where Coney is. I would like to explore this idea of this whole something sooner rather than later at the end of the
Let me talk to myself.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, I want
Ah, you use stevia. Well, I meant in the whipped cream. Unless you're making your own whipped cream with stevia, that's cool.
any information I give you is incorporated into that, to whatever happened on the Coney case.
So you'd like a global
So that I have control over what information is released in that, and we can do it on like a piecemeal basis. If I feel like things don't work out at any point, then obviously then I'm not going to be given any more information. I just don't.
Well, hey,
Yeah,
pretty
I
lady, where
started
you go?
this whole process with the courier. I don't even know why the courier thing hasn't happened right now. Whatever they decide to do with it, I don't care about that. I'm more concerned about what happens with Tony. That's the one.
And so we can work on terms of,
Oh, use an immersion.
in order to get Vermont on board.
Okay, wait, immersion? Okay,
Whatever
okay.
they want to do. No, I know.
I'm into it.
You don't want to be in a situation where we solve everything else and then courier's still out there, correct?
No, I mean,
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to keep them, I'll tell them when I talk to them, I'm sure I'm not talking.
Sparks, has that merch arrived yet? Sparks got the Murky Mommy shirt. Hope it arrives soon.
right.
Oh, you watched Zimmy cook today? Hey, Zimmy made some delicious
I don't
penne today.
understand, like I say, I'm sure they want to do it with the rest of the
Arvita.
whatever, but I don't understand why they're even concerned.
Even just thinking about his cooking makes me hungry.
I know, but it's
We'll have to try
I understand their position.
another recipe or something.
Yeah.
And staving them off all this time by telling them, he's cooperating on other crimes.
Let's have some spooky pasta tomorrow.
Yeah.
Be telling them that Israel's
I like
going
it.
to post this information about
Oh yeah, yeah. I want to do just a whole artist profile series on Zimmy. There's a show where Zimmy and I sit down and talk art.
That would be so cool.
Something about, I don't know, that's a kindred soul right there. I love that guy.
Oh, Sparks loves it.
Oh, really? Oh, Sparks, if you can in the Discord, shoot us a photo of it. We want to see it. Oh, I'm glad it's a good quality. That's what I was really like fucking excited about when Stan Odie got his. I was like, yes, yes.
As far as this meeting again and discussing.
Because I try to find a good quality shirt, make sure those designs are like applied right, and make sure it's somewhere between good quality shirt and decent, like cheaper price. You know what I mean? Because you could go with like a hella nice shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not trying to have $50 pieces of merch.
Yeah, no, I think that's...
I keep that shit under $50.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah, shout out Stan Odie who designed the Murky Mommy shirt, man. I need to get off my butt and make some designs myself for next month. Because I think I set most things for like a month. Limited time only. Shirts.
August 6th is sort of a workable date.
So if you don't get that shit now, you gotta get the next
It doesn't
designs.
have to happen. So why do we even need a date?
Yeah, I mean,
Now, why does there have to be mitigation? I don't understand.
there's no...
You just said there doesn't have to be, so...
It's just a date, an opportunity. We don't want to
Oh,
deprive you
good,
of that
Sparks. I'm glad you're
opportunity.
happy with it.
You don't want that opportunity.
That makes my day. Like, I've been genuinely waiting to hear from Sparks. We're about to send out merch to Anthony and Christy, and I just wanted to know that, for sure what we're all
I'm not interested
getting
in
is good.
any dates in the Koenig
What the
case.
fuck is my lighter?
Added to it that's going to complicate
Where'd I put it?
Whatever you have to do.
I must have dropped it.
Get it the lawn.
What in the power of Grayskull?
Oh.
All right. Well, I'll talk to Capital Crimes and pass along your views on.
Oh, you're joining the random wheel again tomorrow? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get a proper name for our raffle.
Yeah.
Merch raffle.
If there's some sort of mitigation that's set up,
I'm pumped about it. I'm glad that people like it because it's just again one of those things that shows to our platforms that we're a healthy ass community, and this is healthy engagement that they can track in the analytics, and nothing helps us better. Like we'll be ready to catch that next big breaking story, and I'm sure it'll be Arianthe that shares it with me. I'll cover it and it'll go viral, and we'll be, having more Murkies. But
The July 20, which you have the July 16 letter. So,
I want that mug.
That's a cool mug.
I actually want to make, next month, I want my own, want to make one of the thermoses. I want a Merc thermos. Really bad.
Kind of like one of my cups.
Yeah. Because I kind of like extending some of the designs into the next month, but do them on different pieces of merch. Like, ooh, you missed the t-shirts. Or the new t-shirts or t-shirt designs, but I don't know. I'm excited for the future merch. I like this shit. Oh, heck yeah, Sparks. Think about a good name. We need a great name. Yeah. Yeah, we need a name for the raffle. I don't know what to call it. I wish I had a physical wheel. It's the wheel of Murkies, dude.
I'm sure we'll have one at some point. Yeah.
But oh well, yeah. If we ever have a physical set, you better believe I'm buying.
Yeah.
1970s game show host suits and a wheel. You're gonna walk in. I'm like holding a skinny mic. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I am nothing. The channel got an algorithm bump. I do this now. I'm game show now.
I'm game show now.
This Merc of Fortune. Yeah. And at some point we're going to do, I'm hoping by the end of the year, a raffle that's just people who have entered the raffle previously. So that everybody who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hope I can stash that, maybe get a special piece of merch that, we do an extra, you know what I mean? That in-credits sizzle raffle, where it's like, oh, hey, guess what? All of you guys who didn't win the raffle are secretly entered to win this raffle.
I like it.
But that, and hopefully be able to afford to maybe ship John something, maybe some of my favorite call-ins.
Yes.
If you call in enough, maybe we'll hook you up. I'd love to hook John up with a shirt or a mug or something. Wheel of Murky. Yeah, I know. It's just the first try. Hey, I threw out the same thing, like Wheel of Merc of Fortune, Hollywood Mercs, Merc Britty. Not a good one. Play on Jeopardy, MURKradio. Yeah, it doesn't work. What's like a raffle thing? What's a famous raffle?
A famous raffle.
In terms of what, like we're doing?
Oh, well. I don't know. Is there one? I can't imagine there is. I don't know. My brain's just fried right now.
There's the... I collect
The Wheel of
t-shirts.
Wheel.
You're doing much better. Oh, right on. Oh, man. Merch giveaway raffle? No, because it's... I don't know. I don't want to be misleading with the title either, because you have to super chat to enter it. It's the merch raffle.
I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, there's gotta be a name. That
Well,
works.
I mean...
Irish sweepstakes.
Well, I mean, the Murkies have come up with some pretty interesting words.
They really have.
In terms, I'd like, you know, I bet they'd come up with some cool shit.
Feel like they would. Like, I feel like they fucking will get something fire. So murky merch, yeah. We gotta have raffle involved. We gotta imply that it's a raffle. Super chat merch raffle. That's kind of the three buzzwords that are kind of necessary. Super chat merch, super chat raffle.
Please help find my daughter.
In February of 2012, 18-year-old
chat
Samantha
raffle.
Koenig vanished after her night shift at this roadside
Raffle chat
espresso
super
stand.
raffle.
Residents of Anchorage, Alaska,
I think I'm having a stroke.
It basically looked like someone just literally.
Yeah, see, like we gotta call, yeah, like merch.
Samantha had not walked out voluntarily.
Super chat merch raffle.
Investigators watched what happened unfold
Super
on
chat to enter the
security camera
raffle.
video. A
The
masked
merch raffle.
assailant had approached the window.
When you raise your hands like that, it's usually because somebody's doing
Something, exactly.
Murky merch
FBI
church
Special
raffle.
Agent Jolene Godin
Word.
was part of the team trying to find
Yeah,
Samantha.
we go Protestant
At
with
this
it.
point, you see an
It's a
individual
good
jump
old
in through the
Protty
window.
raffle.
Right through the window.
We got a lady
You
with
ever
the
seen
Peggy
something
Hill
like that
hair
before?
drawn numbers.
see two individuals walk
We got the
away.
They're coming out of that, like, wheel thing.
Merc-
The actual, like,
Unusual
ball.
activity on
Yeah.
Samantha's
The Merc
ATM
merch
card.
lottery.
Bingo balls.
Arrested 34-year-old
It could be
Israel
that, the Merc
Keys,
merch lottery.
4,000 miles away in
We
Texas.
could call it a
That
lottery.
works.
I know that I won't get in legal
Israel
trouble if I
Keys was
call it a
not
lottery.
even on our radar.
Do you know
What
why?
they didn't realize at the
No.
time is
Because
that they had
MURKradio is
just
based out of
arrested
Arizona.
One of the most monstrous serial killers in American history.
Once I
That's
started,
right.
you know,
We can gamble.
there was nothing
Yep.
else like it.
Keys
So,
confessed to
yeah.
killing Samantha Koenig.
Anyway.
And over the course of several months, pointed
Not like-
investigators to three other
Not like
victims,
that kind of gambling.
Bill and Lorraine
If I catch y'all
Courier
playing
in Vermont,
mahjong and losing
and Deborah
fingertips, I'm gonna be
Feldman
very
in New
disappointed.
York.
Lottery event.
Mitch Stakes.
But investigators believe that there
Yeah, we
are
have the
at
merch,
least
the
seven
merch,
more victims
merch
based on his
sweepstakes.
drawings
I kind of
found
like the
in Israel Keys' cell
super chat
drawn
merch
in his
lottery.
own blood.
Has the public ever been
What up,
shown
Sweden official?
No.
Are you the official account for the nation of Sweden?
That 11 is the total number of victims.
I am hella into it.
Investigators, like
Welcome,
FBI
friend.
Special
Welcome.
Agent
Tell us about
Catherine
Sweden.
Nelson are determined to identify them.
Holla.
an
Damn straight. What up, homie? I'm hella glad to have you. Hey, we're from America, man. We're from the desert. We're desert people. I'm just kidding. I'm a Southern Jew. She's Texas royalty.
So Peter Van Sant is joining us now.
What's up, Sweden?
Aside from
Yo.
those creepy pictures, why do investigators believe
I love
that
Sweden.
there are other victims and that they could be all over the country?
Swedish meatballs.
Israel Keys loved to
Swiss
travel. He
chocolate.
would fly to some part
Oh,
of
no,
the
that's
United States,
Switzerland.
rent a car, and sometimes
Yeah.
drive several
Don't worry.
thousand
Don't.
miles
I'm not.
along
You know.
the way.
Whatever.
So
I'm sure it's
he
hella
was in
cool.
a
Tell me about
whole bunch
Sweden.
of states. I mean, this is just a partial list.
Yeah.
Washington, Oregon, New York, New Jersey,
I guess it's
California,
interesting.
Texas,
Not really.
Illinois, Tennessee, Indiana, Arizona, New Mexico,
Not really.
Minnesota, Nevada, and even parts of Canada.
I mean, unless you like are hella down about talking about circumcisions or something.
That would come over him. He would select someone completely at random.
Mine's crooked.
So
Answer the question.
There are at least 11 deaths, but the speculation is with all
Make
that
one's
travel that
buzz.
he did and with his unusual compulsion, there may be many more.
Oh no. Do we have to already kick officials? Sweden official?
Other evidence for the very first time. What else did
I
they show
don't
you,
have
and why are
control
they
over
doing
that.
Fine. Oh, that's right. Well,
They called Israel Keys the most
ooh, the merch
meticulous serial
steaks.
killer in American history for a reason. He would
The
pre-position
love
these things he
move
called
here. My
real
husband has
caches. They'd
been
be like an orange barrel. Inside would be a gun, weapons.
Yeah,
a
it's
rope,
killer
zip
here.
ties, things
It's
that
killer
he would use
here.
that if he was driving in an
Again,
area
like gambling's kind of
and wanted
legal.
to kill somebody, he could access this cache and use that for his abduction and murder. And the reason why the FBI is showing us these haunting pictures, as you see here, and the kill cache items, is that they want
the kill cache items.
call the FBI.
They showed the kill
They
cache
have a
items in this
missing
news
loved one,
footage.
a missing person's
And that
case
blood
that's
already
never been
made
solved.
that.
Somebody was out hiking, because remember, he took
Oh,
people
thank you,
completely
Sweden.
at random and often went to trailheads.
Yeah, we can come up with a really good one.
Hikers and things. So
Just sit down and we'll really have to round table this one out because
with questions, with tips that, hey, I have a loved one that may have
I
been
like
one of
calling
those
it like maybe like a merch lottery.
Wow. Really fascinating stuff. And Peter, your report was airing
Yes,
this
I'm in
weekend,
North
but,
Carolina? No.
let me just also
What?
offer you
Are you
some
listening?
congratulations
Sorry, I'm in Tucson, Arizona.
48 hours, including executive producer Judy Tygard.
The-
You guys have been renewed for another year. Congrats.
I'm having a stroke.
Thank you so much. We're very excited about that.
Sweden seems cool, Sweden official.
You can see Peter's 48 hours report tracking the murders of Israel.
It seems cool. I don't think she
At 10, 9 Central
is,
on
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily on her list.
What?
Sweden?
Sweden?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
I don't know. Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not. I mean, it's not one of the countries I don't want to go to.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, it'd be cool to visit.
I might have to turn in a little bit.
Huh?
I said I might have to turn in.
Oh, is it sleepy times?
I'm feeling a little strange.
Hey, we're right there. You're feeling strange.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not feeling too good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I can't tell if it was the Coke or what, but I don't know.
Well, then we'll wrap her on down. Thought you were in Colorado. I don't know why you think that, Sparks. I've said a lot that I'm in Tucson, Arizona. Like specific, like talked about the desert and how I'm in the desert. I'm from Arkansas. I was born in Arkansas. You know. Why she didn't want to go to Sweden? I think there's just other things on the bucket list. Sweden. Hey, but throw a subscribe on us, Sweden. We're trying to hit 50 on Twitch and make affiliate status, baby. And yeah, come on through. I'll dispel any weird Jewish rumors you might have, because we're not evil. We're not. Oh, thank you, baby. But yeah, we're really not.
Yeah.
We also don't control the wealth of the world. I'm broke. So, I'll happily tell you exactly how wrong that anti-Semitic shit is. And show you by example. Oh. Alright, well, let's round this down. Yeah, Arkansas is I think it's a fucking funk band or something too out of Arkansas, which is, you know. Just to answer your question, Sweden, I am like most Jewish people on the ground in Israel. I am for a two-state solution, and I think that we are committing some pretty violent acts against Palestine, and I don't like that, and I have friends that are Muslim, so I don't like that conflict. It's no good, baby. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, present. politicians are people, though. Yeah. Hey, good night, Sparks. Good night, everybody that's still hanging with us. I love you guys. Time to blow this fucking candle out to some beats. Let's do this. Oh.
Gotta find a different candle now.
Yeah, that one's good. This one's getting hot.
Yeah.
It's getting hot.
Yay.
Alright. Okay, you guys have a good night.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Please like, share, and subscribe. And hey, welcome, Sweden.